clear naman po talaga na meron po kayong violations. So Mr. Chair, I still have that position that this committee should really consider the revocation of the franchise of SMNI.
Have you replied? Have you answered NTC?
Can I?
Yes, Attorney Mark.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, we filed a reply. But of course, we admit that before we filing a reply, we filed a motion to inhibit, but unfortunately, it was denied by the NTC. We also filed a motion for a bill of particulars. Again, it was denied by NTC. But once we received when we received the denial of NTC, we immediately filed an answer, Mr. Chairman.
And does NTC confirm this?
Yes. Yes, Mr. Chair.
So they have filed a reply, an answer.
Yes,
Please,
Mr. Chair.
please go closer to the mic. Lapit niyo po yung microphone.
Yes, Mr. Chair. They filed an answer on. They filed an answer. SMNI filed an answer on January 19. It's an answer ad cotelem. Responded, and they also filed a manifestation on the same date regarding the resolution of some other cases filed concerning SMNI. So, these
indeed,
were
they
the
are
latest
still
findings.
suspended indefinitely from airing.
Yes, yes, Mr. Chair.
We're still at that stage.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank
Yes,
you very
Your
much.
Honor. Sorry.
Mr. Chairman,
Yeah, Attorney
Uh,
Florentino.
we also filed a motion for reconsideration with respect to the suspension of the indefinite suspension, Mr. Chairman,
Okay,
and pending now with the NTC.
Attorney Rolex.
May I add, Mr. Chairman, that we also filed an explanation on the allegation that we operated a radio station in Region 6, specifically, to be exact, a station located in Rojas City, Capiz.
And what was your explanation?
It was not operated, Mr. Chairman.
Okay.
21 pala yung suspension order. But they were still operating. Ilang araw pa sila nag-operate?
Mr. Chair. Yes, Your Honor. Based on the submissions by our regional offices, our regional office in Region 6 indicated in the report that there was one station in Rojas. We'll have to check the
In
specific-
Region 6, I believe.
in Region 6, Mr. Chair, and it was reported that there were indications that the station of SMNI in the area is still on air. So that was the basis of our the basis of that information, Mr. Chair.
Gaano katagal sila nag-operate since nung December 21?
The report, we received that report around December 27, Mr. Chair.
So pagdating ng December 27, nag-stop na sila pag-operate, Mr. Chair.
Yeah, Mr. Chair, around that time, it was reported that most of the stations had already been off air. But for this particular station, as reported by our region at around that time, they indicated the report that there was still a station on air in the area.
Is still
Because we,
operating up to this date?
We will have to confirm, Your Honor, but around that time, it was confirmed that they were still on air.
So what do you plan to do? Are there any sanctions for the defiance of the suspension? Because clearly, SMNI thinks that they are above the law. NTC is mandated to supervise radio stations. Yun po ang mandato ninyo eh. But in this case, in spite of the order, hindi sinunod ng SMNI. Eh, ganun naman talaga ang ugali nila. They think even the radio programs, ang tingin nila, eh, sila na ang ikangang hari, no? So, are you not planning to impose sanctions on the defiance of the order?
Mr. Chair, that was also taken into account when the NTC eventually issued the CDO on 18 January. So this was taken into account by the commission, Mr. Chair.
So in short, Mr. Chair, yung expiring na January 20, in-extend na naman ninyong suspension nila.
That is correct, Your Honor.
And this time, meron bang prescription period? Is there a timeline or is this indefinitely suspended?
It's a, we issued the CDO, Mr. Chair, and the duration of that is pending hearing and final consideration of the admin case that is now that's now before the commission. So that's the duration of the CDO.
So it's open-ended. Walang nakalagay doon ang date. Until such time that the yung case will be resolved, hindi po ba?
Correct, Mr. Chair.
So ano na yung status ng nung case nila?
Mr. Chair, the SMNI already filed their answer, and the NTC is now reviewing their submissions. So that is at the moment, that is the status of the case, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, as of this time, have you verified all over the regions, wala na talagang nag-ooperate?
Based on latest submissions, Mr. Chair, that is the information that we have.
Can we file a case against SMNI regarding the defiance of the suspension order, Mr. Chair? As far as your mandate is concerned, hindi dito sa Kongreso, kundi ang sa mandato ninyo. If an airing or a defiant TV station does not follow your orders, ano ba ang nakalagay sa mandato ninyo? Is there a need to file a case against them? Or this could be one of the factors that could lead to the revocation of the franchise? Ano ba ang nakalagay doon sa mandato ninyo?
The NTC can take cognizance of that, Mr. Chair, but I believe that in this particular case, we can take that into account incorporating already in this administrative case that we already have, Mr. Chair.
During the previous hearings, Mr. Chair, we've also found out there were other cases that were filed against SMNI, hindi po ba?
Yes, Your Honor.
So as of this moment, ilan po ang kaso ng SMNI na nakafile sa NTC?
There is one case, there's a complaint filed against SMNI under administrative case 2020-207, Mr. Chair.
And what is the nature of this case, Mr. Chair? This case, rather.
It's a complaint filed by, it's complaint on Empeño Kadapan Palabay regarding the interview conducted and also on the allegations about the Vice President, Mr. Chair.
Previous hearings, as I've said, the 4 items in this agenda is interrelated, no? Well, anyway, I might sound redundant, but I would just like to refresh, and for the evaluation of this committee, that this committee was able to establish the violations of SMNI, which I certainly believe is a ground for the revocation of their franchise. We already discussed thoroughly one of their violations is violation of Section 4 of Republic Act 11422, and that was the responsibility to the public, which in fact, kaya nga nagkaroon ng hearing dito dahil yung pinalabas silang fake news about the travel allowance. And even the resource persons then admitted na hindi clear yung source sila, and they admitted that nasunog sila, that in journalist parlance, they were burned of the fake news that relate to them, but pinalabas pa rin nila sa programa nila yun. So clearly, this is in violation of Section 4. Now, we were also able to establish, Mr. Chair, so that the members will be refreshed. They have also violated Section number 10 of Republic Act 11422, sale, lease, transfer, grant, or use of right or assignment of franchise. Na ipaibigay po natin, na ipahayag po natin dito, there was a change of ownership, which was not reported to this committee. It is very clear in your franchise that any change of ownership must be reported within 60 days to this committee, of which SMNI did not do. So clearly, and then on the third violation, the dispersal of ownership. Na with this section, SMNI is mandated to disperse their ownership 30% to Filipinos, no? Ilang taon na sila nag-operate? I think more than 25 years, pero hanggang ngayon, hindi pa rin nila ginagawa. And of course, Section 12, which is the reportorial requirement. Mr. Chair, sa dami ho ng mga ikangang violations na ginawa ng SMNI, I believe that this committee should study and, well, this is my personal opinion, based on the facts, based on the previous hearings, that indeed it is very clear that SMNI violated sections, not only one, but 4 sections of their franchise, and they should be made answerable to that. As I've said clearly before, that the franchise given to any entity is not a right but a privilege. It is very clear in the Constitution, Congress has the power to grant, to repeal, or revoke, or amend. And in this case, nakikita ko po talaga sa dami ng nagrabyado. In fact, I will not delve into anymore. Meron pa ngang nagpadala sa akin ngayon, ang daming mga personal attacks against the members of the committee, including the chairman. We're not taking this personally sa inyo, itong pag-hearing natin, but it is very clear naman po talaga na meron po kayong violations. So, Mr. Chair, I still have that position that this committee should really consider the revocation of the franchise of SMNI.